And local production of the 240 million, since 7% is currently being produced a little over $13 million, I subtracted the current production of local food from the total to get what is still potentially out there to capture of our food dollar. $227 million of the food dollar can be produced here that are foods that could be consumed here. Okay, that are consumed here now, but the local food could be. There is a multiplier that's generally accepted, a 0.93 multiplier for the jobs. As you add the farmers and the production, you get another multiplier. You have all the tractor repair people, you have the whole infrastructure around just the farming portion, and you get a multiplier of another 211 million, typically done in the communities. Of the non-farm portion left, the rest of this dollar, it's labor, it's processing, it's distributing, it's all these different things that are right now, about half are coming from outside the area. We process almost nothing in this region currently today. And so we have a huge amount of money of that food dollar that is leaving the community. Now, a good portion of it is here. You've got grocery stores, you've got restaurants, you've got schools and stuff where they have kitchen staff, they have employees. All of those would stay. So we don't see a change in that portion of the dollar. The only thing that could be different is they're buying local food instead of food from elsewhere. So a certain amount is embedded in what we already have here. And so we took the total impact at just under $1 billion, and then you have the healthcare savings, which is our percentage of healthcare savings of the current dollars spent on obesity-related diseases. Now this is likely to be low, proportional to others, because we have a much greater problem with diabetes and other issues relative to the nation. But again, so we can safely say, and this doesn't deal with the added benefits. If we were to add processors and add that whole infrastructure, then there's additional jobs to support machines and equipment and all those other things that aren't added here. But we can safely say the impact of going to 100% local food could be as much as a minimum of $1 billion into our economy. It's a huge amount of money potential. Now we get to the farmer question. Here we go. Here's the crux. Okay? The average farmer in our region is just under $3,200 of income. Costs over $28,000. The difference is just under $3,500. So a farmer works all year, and in the end of the year, they make $3,500. Okay. Now, why do we do that? That is a good question. And so the question beckons, how do we move to a local food system with this margin of profit? And that is the big question. And there are a lot of potential things that can address that question. Either the farmer can get a greater percentage of that food dollar, the current food dollar, where the farmers are building the processing facilities through a cooperative, where they're getting part of that processing dollar into their farm income as well, or the food dollar needs to grow. Because we do have the cheapest food in the world, proportional to income. And so there are a lot of different issues here. That cost of farming, there might be some savings that can be found, but that's going to be hard. Everything's going up in the cost category. So this is the big haunting question. How do we increase the percentage of income? On our farm, we make more than that in a very, very small income bracket.
What is your size of your farm?
Our farm is a 40-acre parcel, but it's our commercial vegetable part is 0.6 acres. And we produce about $15,000 worth of food. And we will net, at the end of the day, more than that. So direct sales to the customer through a CSA. That's one approach. So as we look for approaches, delivering produce in our coolers directly to the customer gets the full dollar. There's no one involved. There's no one we're selling to wholesale. We're getting the full dollar. And this was added because at this point, we're running it on a vegetable-powered car. So we're using waste vegetable oil to drive our car at about 7 cents a gallon. So those were different things that we're trying to do to make the economics work. There are other direct market ideas where you have farmers markets, you have deliveries, anything like that, or pick your own operations. Again, the farmer's getting the full dollar. But that is just the low-hanging fruit. That's the easy stuff, the people that are, yeah, I want to do that, I want to pay a little extra for it too. This is great. And there's more to be done in that area. But how are we going to feed and provide food for a Holiday Inn, for a school, for a hospital? Okay? How do we move it to that next systemic level where we do institutionalize? Especially the economics when the school, like Wolf Ridge Environmental Center, it's a school, a residential school where 350 kids come every week during the school year, but they get their food from the government programs. And it's cheap. It's a cheap budget. So if I try and say, here, I'll sell you some of these, they go, whoa, it's out of our budget. So a paradigm has to shift. We have to change the way we're doing it because the pure forward economics sample currently doesn't work. Now, if gas goes up to $5 a gallon at the pump, yeah, it'll start helping elevate food prices because it's gas-centered. To make fertilizer is an incredible energy-intensive issue. So these are some options that we need to think about. So institutionally, I'll give you an example. I've been working on this project. It's a greenhouse production system project. I just got paid. I'm getting paid the best I've ever been paid in my life to design this system for the city of Silver Bay. The city of Silver Bay, what do you think of? Mining. This is not a likely place for something like this. But their business park has been empty for 20 years. And so they're like, hey, let's try something different. Now, just a few days ago, St. Luke's jumped in. They're excited. They want to support this project for the next 18 months through the research phase and then potentially build this for their hospital. Institutional level production. The way this works is the fish get grown, the fish wastewater goes through algae, goes through plants, they're growing fuel and food. Those plants are cleaning the water of the nitrogen and all the pollutants that the fish just put in, and they're adding oxygen that cycles back in to the fish, and it goes around and around a recirculating aquaculture system. So this is the system we're designing, year-round production of large volumes of food. And I'm getting paid to do that. So this is really exciting.
Is this tilapia or something else?
Tilapia we are using for various reasons. Tilapia is a fish type that is very resistant to all sorts of conditions, which makes an early stage research facility. Maybe later we can do the higher value fish, but tilapia is certainly the first fish. The final production facility will be 6 of these units together, so you have weekly deliveries of about 14,000 pounds of fish. But throughout the year you'd have 84,000 pounds, 150,000 heads of lettuce, and thousands of pounds of herbs. So you begin to see a paradigm shift. The hospital and the legislature we lobbied the legislature and got $300,000 to get it to the stage where we're hopefully going to build it this spring. We will see. We're going to build one production unit as a research facility and then work out all the bugs. Because guess what? This combination has never been done before. What has been done before is the fish and the plants. But the algae, that's a new thing. So we're going to try that out. Tomorrow, I'm flying out to Alberta to visit the best facility in North America in the Canadian university system with the rest of my team from UM.